Well, hello to you. We are live on tour. We have a lot to talk about. Carlos King and Melody Cherie why I say Melody Cherie Lee? It's in my name. It's in my mouth so much. Lord help. Melody Cherie Rogers and Carlos King and a bunch of Melamitas teamed up last night at Stand Up Huntsville. We're going to talk about it for a full hour. Or at least we're going to try to get there to a full hour. Then Monique, she has some things to say about particular celebrity. Lord help. Gary Owen also has some words about the same celebrity. We'll talk about that. Jaleel White making a new career move. I'll tell you about that. Big Ludacris has a new project out. And of course, the legendary Dexter Scott King went home to be with his dad. I have all the details. Higher is Wayne, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro. You see the virtual tour background, you hear the virtual tour music, and then there is me. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. We are live on tour. So let's get into it, shall we? I told y'all the first hour is going to be melody and all them. So it's crazy. So from what I was able to gather, and by the way, shout out to Trent at some point, Sassy T from the 803, Queen Sheba Darling, here for Hot Tea, all the content creators that went down to Huntsville, Alabama. I heard it was a snowstorm. It was about 17 degrees down there. So shout out to each and every one of you. This was a very real podcast taping. This is a very real podcast taping. Hey Gigi, welcome in. Glad to have you here. One of the things about this sector that I love so much, and Gigi, let me know if you want to come up. I'll drop the link immediately. Now, normally I don't do that. I wait until the end of the show, but Gigi is fam. But anyway, one of the things about this sector is either you gotta bring your A game, or people are going to call you out on your game. You know what I mean? And something that really puzzled me was when Carlos said, and I quote, "Oh, I have, Bell Collective, and I have, Bad and Bougie, I have Grown and Gospel, I have this and I have that." But people make time and arrangements for things they want to care about. I mean, of course, Oprah Winfrey had the Oprah Winfrey Show for 25 damn years. Now, she became more of the host rather than the executive producer, but she still made the final call. And so it boggled my mind, and you even said this, Carlos, that, well, y'all always say I have time for all these other shows. Why don't you focus on your own? So if you good to damn well know that, then why aren't you doing it? It really just, because the reunion, honestly, it was a simmer reunion. It was a simmer reunion. That part right there. Hey, Colton Haynes, welcome in. Yes, right there. What are any of those? Because none of those are bringing the views like LMAH. Exactly right. And honestly, I don't know if you're trying to be the Tyler Perry of unscripted television or what, but even Tyler Perry recognized he need writing teams for all of his other shows. You make sure you take care of the main one that brings you your biggest bag. It's just like me. Ooh, that was really bad. Nintendo. I know that was really rough. But anyway, follow with what I'm saying. Nintendo has Star Fox, they have Metro Prime, they have Splatoon, they have all these other franchises. But what's the number one franchise? Mario. They always invest in their number one franchise. And that's the thing that boggles my mind. I'm like, dude, respectfully and disrespectfully, I covered the whole season. You didn't cover, now listen, I say that very loosely, okay? Because apparently Carlos says that him and Dustin, they review the show on Saturdays and stuff. But see, the thing about you, Carlos, I think most of those are taped. I'm live right after the show at 9/8 Central. And the thing with you is, it's like you're too close to the fire. You know what I mean? You don't know how to take in the warmth of the fire. You get so close to it because it looks all shiny and glowy and pretty. Ooh, I like the fire. you the host back away from the fire and just sit there and take the heat and the warmth and the comfort of the fire. Like real talk. Like, and this is the thing, right? I feel personally that every review that I've done has been the official review for Love and Marriage Huntsville in the male sector. I'm just gonna say it. Because it's true. Like, the way that I reviewed each episode is the same way I would do the reunion. Oh, we're covering everything. Because that reunion was a very mild simmer. That part right there. That was a very mild simmer. Because it's like, so we ain't talking about the lawsuits that the Scotts got? Really? I mean, you mentioned the rollover and take it with Maurice, but you conveniently forgot, even though it was showing the clip that, Maurice said it, you forgot that you were a part of that. So you didn't take any accountability for that. It's the selective memory for me. It's really the selective memory for me. I simply do not get it. And for those of you who are wondering, Bray, what about Monique, Gary, Owen, Jaleel, White, Ludacris, and Dexter Scott King? We are going to get to all that. But I know that this is the main topic that people want to talk about. So we're going to try to do a full hour. Okay, we're going to try. And the reason why I'm upset is that, we cover the reality. And that's why people are tuned in and tuned out, because if we have to do y'all job for y'all, then what's the point of watching the show? What's the point of watching the show? Exactly. Like, for example, when Tisha said that in 6 years she's always been upfront about things, where have you been honest? Where have you been? Hey, Cheryl H. Huff, welcome in. Or Tuff, welcome in. Where have you been honest, Tisha? Where have you been honest at all in any of these seasons? None whatsoever. None. Your honesty, Tisha, caused your husband to think that you cheated on him. And at one point in time, you said to Kimmy that I may not even tell Maurice. Because every time she asked, when are you going to tell him? Be like, it'll be soon. So you were going to put it off. So really? Okay. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. You didn't even ask about the Columbia, bachelor party. Because if I was the host, so listen, this is called Love and Marriage Huntsville. Marceau, why did you put your pleasure over your marriage when you went to Columbia on the anniversary weekend of you and Tisha being married? That's a legitimate question. Like, when someone that have your position can do your position better than you, no, it's all good. It is all good. When someone who doesn't have your position can do it better than you, that's a problem. You know what? Y'all give me a moment, because I'm gonna pull up. This is a Love and Marriage Huntsville special edition. For the first hour, we're gonna try to get to this, okay? We're gonna try to, for the first hour, to go through this thing, okay? So give me a moment. Okay. Y'all ready? Because I got thumbnails for y'all. Here we go. All right, there we go. Now that we got that together, now let's talk. Because you were so excited to do the pilot of your new version of Nightcap that when the question was asked, does Marceau get into everyone's business? Kimmy's like, can I put it up halfway? You don't hold anybody to account. What you do is you dangle the bait just enough, and then when you reel it in, you reel it so far away that they gotta use all of their gills, all their breathing mechanism, just to even get to the bait. That's how you are. And Melody, you said some that's very true. Martell puts batteries in people's backs. So does Carlos. Because when he said, I quote, I would never let some of my family members work for the kingdom, because if they cross me, it'll be over. But yet, though, when Melody said that it's difficult to go to work under these type of circumstances, I just felt like that was such a bullshit question. You're asking her how hard is it to go to work when you are making the work environment for her. Where do they do that at, Carlos? Where do they do that question at? Seriously, where do they do that question at? Because I was like, no, he's not trying to lessen the blow, and then saying, well, you were married to him for a very long time, and you have had kids together, and you've had memories together. Okay, memories, the marriage, and what have you only matters if both people give a damn about, Carlos. Come on now. Really, is this what we're doing? Is this what we're really doing? And when Melody said, when are you guys going to step in? What you did was give that long-ish actual social self-excuse of being so busy. And Melody said there was a point in time where y'all really did talk like you used to. And her team, loving, gracious, and kind to a fault, said, don't charge it to his heart. In the words of Stormy, she gave your ass grace. Like, even on Housewives, like, drama gets out of control, but they need to handle something, they handle it. Okay? Because I can promise you this, is the drama off of Housewives that's off the show is never this real. Where content creators are fueling the show. Not the show fueling the content creators. It's never been that crazy in the world of Housewives. Never. And to hear Melody break down crying of the fact that she was wondering when y'all were going to step in. A woman should never have to worry if the people who say that they're for her have to step up. A woman should never have to worry if the people in her life are going to step up for her. That's just, because Carlos, let's be real. If this was your sister, if this was your mama, and I'm going there, so I don't give two damn ucks or issues about it. If it was your mama, if it was your grandma, if it was your sister, if it was your auntie, if it was your niece, if it was your cousin, or any female best friend, would you have the same energy of saying that you did not know? Or would you, as busy as you say you are, pick up the phone, hey, auntie, what's going on? Okay, slow down. Where are you? Where is he? And when do I need to roll up? I really mean that. Because honestly, to me, it seemed like it was and this is the first stop on the tour. It seemed like because you knew that all three parts of the reunion were going to happen subconsciously, you knew that the audience was going to come in and do what they needed to do. Or sorry, I take that back. You knew the audience was going to come in with a certain energy. And I think because the season has been the season, you wanted this first stop to be able to tell the fans that, hey, I'm in control, and if you let me be in control, I promise you I'm gonna give you the show. So you're basically baiting the audience of, y'all, listen, I came down to Huntsville. I came down to Huntsville to give you some of my time, my energy, and my commitment. But see, the problem with that is, Carlos, just because you make a stop doesn't mean anybody cared that you made a stop. I'm gonna say again, just because you made a stop in Huntsville doesn't mean anybody cared. Because really, that room was for Melody. Really, that room was for Melody. And when she heard that Martell got arrested, she said that she wasn't smiling. She wasn't saying hip hop hooray. She wasn't dancing around. The first thought rather in her head was, where are her children? And when the Revenge P happened, police said, well, do you want to get a warrant and go after him? And she was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Because guess what? This is World Mental Poker Tour. And I have a full hand right here. I was trying to do a full hand, with the cards in there. I have a full hand right here. Royal flush. It's not time to flush the toilet yet. It's not time for me to put down and get out this game yet. And I can only imagine that Melody's 38 years old, right? That has been your one and only husband. And after that divorce, that woman may feel that she may not want to be able to date because of your dumbass stupidity, Martell. It's always an idiot like you that ruins it for the rest of us. Because you know what really pisses me off? It pisses me off when, first pissed me off when women said that there are good dudes out here. Now, that's not every woman saying that. But for some of the women who do say that, at first I'm like, well, wait a minute, are there not good guys out here, or you're not giving them the time of day? But one of my female friends said to me, Bray, good guys always finish last because we go after what we think we want, not invest in what we need. So we have to reconcile the fact that we could have had good in our life, but we put up with so much bad. But then it gets deeper with domestic violence. And when you're trying to live and not exist. Hey, Phyllis Crawford. Hey, Yolanda Cameron. Welcome and glad to have you here. When you're trying to live out loud and not just exist, that's a fight or flight pattern. So I had to recognize within myself, okay, if there are women saying that there's no good men out here, don't paint every woman with a broad brush. You have to recognize that their pain does not mean that you're not good too. But their heart has been so ran through the cleaners, they don't know if they have an outfit to put on to see if they want to take a shot. And for that, Martell, you a piece of shit. Thank God that, like you said, Rogers, those are fine people. Thank God she had a foundation before you came along. And you know what? To be honest with you, how old is Martell? How old is he? How old is Martell Holt?
Martell Holt is 42 years old.
How old is Tank Holt?
According to Wikipedia, the Tank.
So how old is Tank, y'all? Melody's son. Was he like what? Is he okay, so 9. Wait, 9. He was 9 2 years ago from what's happening. So was he like 10 or something? Anyway, 9, thank you very much. 9. You are what? Because I'm about okay. I appreciate because there's a point to what I'm about to say. You 42 years old, right? So let's just say that, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So by the time he gets to 18, you'll be 53 years old. Now, there are some 18-year-olds that grow up tall and they are built. When he gets 25 or so, because what, I just did that, so you'll be like 60 something. If you're still on this behavior, if Tank calls his mama and says, "Hey, mama, I'm about to go over to Dad's house, have the cops outside. Tell the cops to stay in the car. Get the uncles, get the nephews, get the cousins. Get Braylon Lee too. And tell them stand by." If Tank goes in that house and mentally puts your ass in a coma so good you can't wake up, you know how Kanye West said, "I ain't saying she a gold digger, but it is what it is. Go ahead, girl, go ahead and get down." I ain't saying he should whoop your ass, but go ahead, Tank, and get down. And I have never on this channel ever advocated for somebody getting their ass whooped. But at this point, Martell deserves hands. He deserves hands. He deserves to know what it is to have your tongue not work anymore. He deserves to know what it is to have a brain delay in thinking. But most of all, he deserves the unmitigated hell of what it is not to get back up after you put everybody through hell. He deserves that shit. He does. And Carlos, I'm going to tell you right now, bro. If he's on this next season, it's going to be hell on your ass. I can tell you that right damn now. Because honestly, there's been a lot of content creators saying that if he's back on, they're not going to review. And I was thinking that too. But then, I think it was Gigi or L'Oreal that said, well, you know what? We have platforms. And we can call out the shit that needs to be said if it's wrong. So I've made the decision, because I was debating it. But I'm just like, well, 15 after shows. Part 3 got 1,700 views. 86 videos of every damn episode this season. Hashtag Rabbit has had the gun the whole time. That if I can break into this sector by doing something that's never been done, I can continue on and do the right thing when you don't have enough balls between your legs and a dick to piss with to do the job that you're supposed to do, Carlos. So I'm going to review season 7 because you ain't going to be able to get the real on this one. You're not going to be able to get the real season 7. And for your own mental health, and for Kingdom Reign, instead of production company, y'all might want to call it quits after season 7. Brian, there's no human whooping like the one that guy's is going to repay him for his karma. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know, I'm the first person that often advocates for the production staff and crew. I'm not going to blame the production staff or crew. On this one, I'm not. Because their boss is you, Carlos. This is on you. And you said, and I quote, about Martell that you told him that, you know, he didn't need to get no dollar store flowers or anything like that. And you said, don't disrespect my staff, my crew, or anything like that. Because these people take off. They take off from their families, their friends, and everything else to come down Huntsville and make sure there's a good shop. Carlos, there are women at the Bunny Ranch giving blowjobs right now on some dicks. And the comments releasing like a Bellagio fountain. They ain't missing for shit. That is more. What can I say about that? That experience is more trustworthy, validating, and it is more real than that shit you said. He's been arrested for domestic violence in the 3rd degree with harassing communications. Do you not know that this is just level 1? If he did this with harassing communications, I know, Phyllis, I know. But I'm making this point because I think sometimes people need to be talked to in a I don't give a up type of way for them to get it. If this was harassing communications, this was a phone, Carlos, to make calls, to put in requests. Do you know what will happen if Martell wants to take it up another level? He did stalk Melody on a date, you know. Thank God camera crew was around. You know, Carlos, there's a game called Deal or No Deal. I don't know if you know it. But you should watch some old episodes. Because when the contestant first comes out, Howie Mandel, legendary Howie Mandel, says, tell me more about yourself, your name, your age, where you're from, all that stuff. And then he says, wouldn't it be cool if you could do all that $1 million? Are you ready? And here we go. We have 26 beautiful women here, all with 26 different cases, randomly randomed. We do not know what's in what case. That's been done by a third party. But what we do know is there is one case with $1 million all the way down to a penny. All I need you to do is just to pick the case that you think has the million. What was the key word of what I just said? Pick the case that you think has the million. Just because you think it has the million doesn't mean the million's in the case. And you start off with 6 cases. And the crazy thing about Deal or No Deal, once that case is gone, that case is gone. So you get the first offer, it's a lowball offer. You're like, man, you know, $50,000, you know, that's money. No deal. You do realize in order to find out what's in your case, you got to keep going. 5 more cases. All right, you're not some big money amounts, but you still got $750,000. But see, there's a song from Kenny Rogers that says you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and one, count your money sitting at the table. But when you never, what do they always say? You can't be upset with what you never had. But you get upset because you know what you could have. You know what you can have, right? So then Howie goes to the friends and family, the supporters. Mom, dad, sister, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the hell. Now you add their voice to the mix. You got to recognize every offer that's made to you, Carlos, is a one-time offer. 4 more cases. Now your board either has small amounts, big amounts, or both. Get to 3 cases, then 2. Now it's down to 1 case at a time. Now, guys, problem one, why are you bringing deal or no deal into Love and Marriage Huntsville? Follow what I'm saying. Divorce, the divorce itself was the first stage of Deal or No Deal with 6 cases. The second stage of 5 cases was the Revenge P. The third stage with 4 cases is being with coleslaw. Third stage is getting arrested for domestic violence. 3rd degree with harassing communications. Degree 2 is, this is so sad to say. Degree 2 is investigating who she's dating. That's when you open up 2 cases at a time, Carlos. Remember, all the cases that gotta be open, right? To get to the case. Now we're opening up 1 case at a time. When you get that final offer, Carlos, that's it. Now, some people have went on and they've done decent. Some people have done tragic. But some people got exactly what they wanted. But you know the crazy thing about when you open up 1 case at a time? Either way, that result is that result, and that can't change. So if you keep playing Deal or No Deal, you're going to get down to that final offer, and you're getting close to the final offer where it's like, okay, at 2 cases, Martell was researching who Melody was dating. What if in that 1 case is Martell finding that guy and handling him? Y'all follow the analogy where I'm going? Carlos, I don't think you're ready to find out what's in that case. I don't think you're ready to find out what's in that case. Because with you, with how thirsty, how pathetic, and how desperate you are to be seen, you can't be smart enough to take the final offer. Deal. I'll take what I have. Because it was more than when I came in. But because you want the million so bad, what you don't realize is in order to get the million, there is a consequence. You got to knock out all the cases to have a shot. When you should just be grateful and take the final deal because you had a shot. I bet you won't look at Deal or No Deal the same way again. I bet your ass that. Because I was really racking my brain on how to explain this to Carlos, how to explain this to all the haters, how to explain to the kids in the back of the short bus where this thing is going. We're at the round with 3 cases where he's been arrested. We're not at the round where you got to open up 2 cases yet. And we haven't made it to the final case. But you so desperate to get to that final case that you'll play the game. You'll play the full game. Hey, Nikki News, welcome in. Glad to have you here. So, yeah. I said what I meant what I said. And personally, brother, I'm going to let you know something right now. If there was a versus battle of hot topics, I would mentally whoop your fucking ass, Carlos King. It would be easy work. It would be easy work. Because, see, the difference between you and me is this right here. You cover everyone else's ish that you don't even know who the hell you are to know what you care about to talk about. I do. I've covered Love and Marriage Huntsville this particular season. 86 videos, all original thumbnails, 15 after shows, live immediately after the show. And on top of all that, you got the most diversified tour on YouTube, the most diversified show on YouTube, the most diverse topics on YouTube. But do you know why I'm diverse, Carlos? Because I give a fuck about being diverse. You don't. You're just like McDonald's. Make a menu of the basics. Make the prices where you control the profit and not give a fuck about the quality. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. Do y'all follow where I'm going here? Do y'all follow where I'm going here? Because you know what? It takes too much work. I'll put it like this. Let's use some Disney terminology, you ready? It's easier to run a Pizza Planet than it is to run Tiana's Place. It's easier to run Pizza Planet than Tiana's Place. It's easier to run Pizza Planet than it is Tiana's Place. And you want to know why it's easier to run Pizza Planet than Tiana's Place? Because Pizza Planet sets everything up for you. The whole building, all the games, the pizza, the wings, the food. They set up everything for you. But with Tiana's Place, you got to create something. You know what? Speaking of that, Chat with QT put up something today. And I fully agree with her on it. I fully agree with her on it. Fully agree with her. Be a chef, not a cook. A chef creates, a cook follows recipes. To my point, it's easier to run a Pizza Planet because all you got to do is follow the recipes. There ain't nothing original. You're just creating duplicates. But to be a chef, to be original, to put time, energy, and commitment into something, not knowing if it's going to work out or not, but you know that you got enough in you, that if you believe in you, and other people can see that, you will be an original. Carlos, you've been cooking with the same recipes for too damn long. And people are recognizing now, wait a minute, there's restaurants out here that have original dishes. My taste buds have range. And you do not create anything for any taste buds to experience the fact that they know that they can have range. You serve basic shit to people that just want to be basic. You're about quantity, not quality. Be a chef, not a cook. A chef creates, a cook follows recipes. Thank you, Chit Chat. Love you as always. We're almost there, y'all, to a full-fledged hour. Let me thank some people here. Nikki News, thank you for being here. Yolanda Cameron, thank you. Phyllis Crawford, thank you. Some people in the building, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Miss Cheryl H. Tough, thank you. Queen T with GG9, thank you. Culture James Hodge, thank you. Now, I didn't know if I was going to get to an hour. I didn't know. But I truly felt that this was the most important topic of the show. And we're almost there. We're almost there. Now, I heard that, the Scots weren't talked about at all. And that they had to cut some things out of the, talking about the millimeters, right? And someone said, well, actually, I don't think so. And it was Kimmy. Kimmy, shut your ass up. Shut up. Shut your damn mouth. You want to talk about people who are being supportive, and you can't complain about your not supportive husband. Really? You attacking people who give a damn, but you can't attack the man that doesn't give a damn about you. Shut your ass up. Oh, I give no fucks now. None whatsoever. It seems like, I gotta put this. It seems like this show is like a game of Twister. Left hand on red. Right hand on yellow. Left foot on blue. Right foot on green. Now we start. Wait, I can't. Oh, wait. Ow. Okay, all right. Yep. Can you move? I can't move. I can't do it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mother. Okay, there's not enough icy hot for this shit. Okay. Yep. This show is such a game of Twister that people will rather stay in the game of Twister than have their body mentally. Because how many times are you going to come on screen with nothing of value, nothing of a resource, nothing of anything that can be a contribution just so you can say you play Twister? Really, 10 people in the building, like, comment, share, subscribe. We're almost done. And then we're going to move on to all the other topics. I made a promise. We're going to get to an hour. Full hour. Okay, full hour. And, Carlos did apologize. But I don't accept that apology. I know it wasn't for me. But when you said that, I could have done better. If you would have been there for your family members, you should be there for the people that help your family. Like you said, reality television is hard. Got cameras in your face, 8, 12 hours a day. So you got your life. Then you got these cameras. Then you got social media. Then you got kids. Then you got spouse. Then you got businesses. Then you got your mental health. Should I keep going of all the other things? So if you know that heaviest that wears the crown, why don't you make the crown? Why don't you strain up the crown? So that way it's not as much pressure. You know what happened to Jesus right when they put that barbed wire crown on his head? What the people on earth forgot, was yet barbed wire hurts, but God created that barbed wire to create barriers. Y'all just used it a different way, but he's the originator of the barbed wire. And then Jesus rose 3 days later. What's amazing to me about some of these damn haters, some of these lost spirits, I mean, a soul has depth at least. And to all these people that your mama's launch pad was broken your day, rocket was on a recall, and because you weren't a successful launch, and you were a launch failure that couldn't make it to be a star in heaven, because nobody gave a fuck about you, you were born to dust in hell. The amazing thing to me is, when y'all get called out, y'all can't say shit. Because it's always the ones that talk the most about what they should be doing when you staying in your own shit. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a response. I'm listening. I'm you know what? I'm going to give it until we get to 50 minutes. I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it because I know that what I'm saying is so true. Ain't nobody bold enough to say shut up right in the chat. I know it. I know. I'm going to give it all the way to 50. And I'm proving a point with this. Because anybody can holler. It takes somebody to speak. You know, Stephen A. Smith says, holla at your boy. Just because you holler don't mean you say anything important. When you speak, it carries something important. Princes and princesses do what they want to do. Kings and queens do what they need to do for a purpose. And Carlos, your podcast should be called Lies with the Prince, not Reality with the King. Because a king understands the responsibility of reality. Oh my God, what a concept. What a damn concept. I'm still waiting for a hater who is saying Melody's better. I'm waiting for a hater who can say ish about other people, but can't onto their own ish. I'm waiting for everybody who has the smoke on the keyboard to say it. You still got time until 50 minutes. I'm giving y'all that time. I'm giving y'all that time. Because guess what? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not. Because for all the energy you give as the big bad wolf, you know it takes energy to blow, right? The more you... There's a point in time that you have to let go. Every time that you breathe in the blowout, your capacity shrinks. You got one more minute to tell me I'm wrong. And I listen. $30 damn seconds. Anybody that thinks they're bold enough to say what needs to be said, but yeah, you can't handle your own shit, you got 30 seconds to tell me I'm wrong. I'm waiting. I'm absolutely waiting. Because I'm about to win this challenge very easily, very quickly. The easiest win of 2024. And we're just getting started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See that? All the haters. See, that's the thing. When an opportunity is handed, you take it. Haters don't know how to take opportunities because they don't know how to handle one. Oh. Oh, oh. So as we get ready to wrap up this first hour of Virtual Tour Live, my thoughts on this podcast is that this was for Melody. This wasn't for Carlos. This was a PR stop along the way. Just to let you know, hey guys, I'm a real person. I have feelings. I can receive emotional damage. But the problem is, until you give a fuck about other people, why should they give a fuck about you? Okay. I'm just being honest. Let me pull up another thumbnail. We're almost there, y'all. We're almost there. I'm going to leave it on this one here. I'm going to leave it on this one. Because it really is sad when people on social media want to do more protecting than the person who is in charge of giving the protection. And, you know, Melody did say, and I quote, that you did provide security for her. And you said, listen, that's no problem. No, that's what the fuck you're supposed to do. Because honestly, Carlos, like I said, that game of Deal or No Deal, guess what? If you were playing Deal or No Deal by yourself, that's cool. But you're playing this mental version of Deal or No Deal, and there's kids involved with this game. There's a whole production staff and crew that looks for a check. They're in this game. Your legacy is in this game. See how many people could be affected by you going for that one main case? That part right there. That part right there. And listen, I know what you could say, Carlos. Braylon, that's really cute, but you can't do what I do. You know what? If you're that big, bad, and bold, just say, hey, guys, you know what? Next season, since y'all think y'all know what y'all doing, I'm going to open up auditions to let somebody host it. Let's see the auditions come in, and let's see who can really throw down. Because I bet you this much. You haven't met your opponent yet, Carlos. You haven't met your opponent yet. That can match you pound for pound, soul for soul, fist for fist, mental fist, that is, in commentary, in producing, in creating. I think you have done what you've done for so long that you don't even know what responsibility is. Because you're so worried about the benefits, you're not worried about the consequences. Now, as for what I think will be happening next season, now they did say that they were taping next season. Now, there is a surprise. Allegedly, there were some people on stage. I think we all know who they are. I'm not going to say it because you probably heard it somewhere on these YouTube streets. Okay? Carlos, for the next stops on your tour, make sure you make it about your guest, not about you. And trying to cover your ass. Trying to give a masterpiece of, y'all, this is who I am. You know what I often say? Don't worry about the temporary visitors to your art gallery. Worry about the permanent members in your art gallery, because people will take a moment in time and paint that as a masterpiece of who you are. But you got all these other art pieces. But the problem with you is there ain't no other art pieces. Allegedly. The problem with you, Carlos, is you're so upset that people are using that masterpiece of what's in their head about you, not recognizing that you created that masterpiece. If you would create more masterpieces to show range of who Carlos King is, they wouldn't be upset with you. But you can't get upset with people that you haven't given a damn about. I'm gonna say it one more. I'm gonna say it 2 more times. You can't be upset with people when you haven't given a damn about. You can't be upset with people when you haven't given a damn about. Now, we all know that there's a game to play. Our theme song, it's all a part of the game. Whether you are on level 1 or you're on level 99, in order to get to 100, you still have to play. And the problem is, there's a lot of people that don't have the mental capacity, capability, or comprehension for brain cells to form a brain to pick up that controller and put in the work. Because what you do is you use cheat codes. Oh, you know what? Level 1, A, B, B, left, right. Ooh, that bumped you up to level 5. But you know what's the problem with you using that cheat code to get to level 5, Carlos? There was something on level 2, 3, and 4 that could have helped you get through level 5. Same thing. Oh, let me get to level 10. There was other things on those levels that could help you get to the next level. So what I'm saying is, you're so worried about the elevator to success that you're not even thinking of the capacity, capability, and comprehension that the elevator of success can snap. There's a ride called the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. The backstory goes like this. It's 1940s Hollywood. And they're about to go up to their room, they had a good time down below, in the lobby and stuff, ballroom. But then lightning struck on the hotel. They disappeared. Now, when you go up on the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, they drop you 13 stories. You know the most amazing part of the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror versus your elevator of success? And I'm going to wait until we get to 59 minutes. Because this is such a closer. I don't think y'all are even ready for it. I really don't think y'all are ready for it. We're almost there. And then we're going to get to Monique, Gary, Owen, Jaleel, White, Ludacris, and Dexter, Scott King. 10 more seconds, y'all. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here is the difference between the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror and your elevator of success, Carlos. That ride was engineered by people. Hey, Trish, K10, welcome in. That elevator ride at Disney World, now Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians Tower, whatever the hell it is that Imagineers put in the work to make sure that ride can always be in condition. The problem with your elevator is the wires can snap at any time. You don't have a mechanism to save yourself in that elevator. The elevator is broken. Take the stairs, Carlos. You can go up or you can go down, but either way, you have a decision. The choices are yours alone. With all that being said, hashtag good luck. We made it to 1 hour, y'all. Whoa, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it or not. Listen, I hope y'all enjoyed that full hour of my response. Okay. All right. Let's roll on to Monique. Y'all ready? We're live on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. Monique. Got a movie with Lee Daniels coming out, right, on Netflix. It's a big deal. You got your bag from Netflix. So why this? It's Monique's turn. Blast Steve Harvey disrespects black people and calls us ends. Can we all just get along? Last month, comedian, by the way, this comes to us from Media Takeout, by the way, y'all. Let me showcase the thing. Sorry. Media Takeout, that's where it comes to us from. Last month, comedian Cat Williams dropped bombshell allegations against most of the black comedians. Now it's Monique's turn. Media Takeout learned that Monique recently gave her thoughts on Steve Harvey after a Cat Williams viral interview with Shannon Sharpe. In a new interview with James Sanders, who works for The Root, Monique explains how things went left in her friendship with Harvey when she made an appearance on the Steve Harvey talk show in 2020. So for those of you who don't know, Steve Harvey had a talk show in Chicago. It was built around everyday people. But he wanted more ownership in the show. So he moved out to Los Angeles, California for a celebrity-based show. Okay, so that's the context. Okay. With that being said, here we go. Monique explained, when Steve Harvey sat me down on that show, he said, Mo, your husband can't be out here flexing like he do. He can't be who he is when he come out here. Let me tell you what that meant. Monique claims that she and her husband manager or her husbander, Sydney Hicks, were working on a potential deal for a talk show that was going to have the same producers as the Steve Harvey show. Okay, so let's get that straight. So that means the same producers would be from WME Endeavor, NBC, one moment, y'all. Now, I found this interesting, Monique. Monique could return to TV with a new talk show. Oscar-winning actress is reportedly working with ABC team. Good deal. Now, this article came out in 2020. Follow me there. Comedian Monique could be coming back to the small screen. The Oscar-winning actress may begin her own talk show again. According to her report, Monique is close to inking a deal to bring her bright, sunny personality to ABC, as it could launch early as September 2014. Now, during September 2014, Steve Harvey was on the air in Chicago with Endemol, before it became Endemol Shine America. ABC Executive Vice President Vicki Drummer is said to be developing the project. Monique's first talk show, The Monique Show, ran from 2009 to 2011 on BET. If it does get picked up, it will go up against new daytime shows hosted by Meredith Vieira and Marie Osmond. Other talkers currently hang in the balance, including Kris Jenner Show, Tamar Braxton's Roundtable Show, The Real, with Tamara Mori Housley, Lonnie Love, Jeannie Mai. I think that was it, yeah, among others. So the reason why I bring that up, Monique, is because for you to have, hey, Mary White, welcome and glad to have you here. For you to have a producing deal, right, we would have to hear about it. And it was ABC. Steve Harvey never had a talk show on ABC. Now, that was for September 2014. This was 2020 when he was on NBC. So why wasn't there a release like that? Let me type it in. Monique talk show deal, NBC. Now, here is something. Remember what I said, in the Moonshot America. Right here, which Steve Harvey was working with in the Moonshot America to develop unscripted projects. Did I tell you I keep up with everything? The deal reunites the actress and comedian with Chris Umbargo, now chairman of the America's Manji and president and CEO of Endemol Holdings, who cast Monique in VH1's Charm School 15 years ago when he was running 51 Minds. Monique will produce shows through Hicks Media, the production company that she set up with her husband and her manager. The plan is for her to create, produce series for her. The plan is to create and produce series for her to also star in, as well as to produce for other performers. So there's a deal happening here. How come we haven't heard anything else about it? So, like I said, I'm not disagreeing with you on the fact that you could have had a deal. But why wasn't that released? That's my question. That's my question. And look, maybe it was a negotiation. That could be a possibility as well. But let's go back on to this article. She continued saying that during a business meeting, producers were telling Steve Harvey's business and shared how much Steve was getting paid, which was a major turnoff for them. My husband said, number one, my wife considers that man her brother. And number two, he's my frat brother. We don't play like that. Monique said, please don't share that man's business with us, because if you share his business with us, you'll share our business with someone else. Monique added that they told Steve about the incident and that Steve Harvey allegedly went back to producers and said, man, sometimes my frat brothers can be a little fanatical, man. That ain't nothing. I'll take care of it. Monique's husband also claimed that Harvey monitored the number of black people in his show because Steve was scared that too many black people on camera would mess up his sponsors. I'm not going to let these ends mess it up for me, Hicks said Harvey told him. Now, it's interesting that Sydney would say that. It is very interesting that he would say that. Because there was a little some. I'm trying to find the right clip. You know what? Hang on 1 second. Now I'm not trying to defend Steve Harvey, but for him to control black people, I'm gonna pull up a clip. Real quick. So, Cindy, you said that he controlled black people on his set, right? Here we go. Time, welcome in. Glad to have you here.
Celebrity friends of mine, and such a cool thing.
I use that clip to not discount what Sydney said, but that was a huge, huge show. And, you know, a lot of people were saying, should he bring back the Hoodie Awards? And this is what I said. Right there. Right there. Yes, you should. We, the people, should have our own award show. As you say, we ain't going to the Grammys, the Oscars, the Tonys. This is the award show for everybody else. I would love to host the neighborhood awards, and it can showcase new talent. It could be a neighborhood awards weekend with interviews, panels, and keynotes. You made it available for people to sign up as a speaker for the Vault and Powers conference. So let's do this. Can we do this on the Oprah Winfrey Network so Oprah can win? You can win. Plus, produced by East 112th Street Productions, which is his production company. The grand opening for Tyler Perry Studios before the neighborhood awards would be fire. Y'all remember the energy of that gala? How everybody was coming through. I mean, all black, old and new Black Hollywood joined up. It was the reunion of reunions for Black Hollywood. Okay. Let everyday people walk the carpet and talk to the press, like content creators and others who are not nominated. Plus, the live broadcast of Steve Harvey Morning Show survive, and the East 112th Street TV pitch showcase. This could do a lot of good. So, Cindy, I'm not saying what you said was ish, but I'm also saying that for everything that Steve is, he has done some good things. Just like some people like you, Sydney and Monique, some people don't. I just think if we're going to talk about the bad of somebody, we also got to talk about the good. Just saying. So, with that being said, let's roll on to Gary Owen, because Gary Owen has some things to say as well about Steve. Like Enterprise.com. Gary Owen reveals pay issues while working on Steve Harvey Talk Show. The Cat Williams effect continues with Gary Owen tossing his hat to the ring about the low pay he received while working on Steve Harvey's former talk show. Owen's name was brought up during the Williams now viral interview with Shannon Sharp. As a result, Owen took to his Get Some Gary Owen podcast about his time working with Harvey, whom Williams accused of stealing jokes from fellow comedian Mark Curry. According to Owen, he made more from 3 episodes of Hip Hop Squares than he did working 3 days a week for 2 weeks on Harvey's former talk show. I just did Hip Hop Squares, the show D. Ray Davis used to host. I filmed 3 episodes in 1 day on Hip Hop Squares and made 4 times the money I made doing 2 weeks of the Steve Harvey show. Owen revealed in a clip shared online. Here is the clip.
I just remember after the second week, we said, okay, we're ready to negotiate now. I've been there 2 weeks, and keep in mind, they were filming on Mondays and Fridays. I couldn't work on the weekends. I'm giving up all my stand-up money, but I looked at the bigger picture. I wanted to be a part of the show with Steve. Steve was telling me how maybe we can, when I'm on the show, we'll do a spinoff later. And we go negotiate, like, yeah, we want to do 2 more weeks with them. I'm getting paid like SAG minimum. Minimum wage is what I got paid. And I'm going, I can't do this for another 2 weeks. I've already lost a bunch of money. I lost 2 weekends of work. Now I'm going to lose 2 more weekends. And I don't know after these 2 weeks, are you going to hire me or not? I can't take a month off, basically. And I'll just never forget. We weren't shooting 4 days. We were shooting like 3 days a week. So on one, but it was spread out. It was like Monday, Tuesday, Friday we filmed. It was like I couldn't do any stand up on the weekends. And I just remember the second week I did 2 weeks of the Steve Harvey show. I did 1 day of Hip Hop Squares, the show D. Ray used to host. And I filmed 3 episodes in 1 day of Hip Hop Squares and made 4 times the money I made doing 2 weeks of the Steve Harvey show. And I go, well, this is backwards. I'm just a square. I'm one of 9 and I'm not even the host. And I made more money on Hip Hop Squares and I did there's only 2 people on the show every week, me and Steve. And I go, they weren't even trying to hear anything I said. And this was, keep in mind, this is not on Steve Harvey. This was the powers that be behind the scenes. So now I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not coming back. And then we gave a number and they never got back to us. And literally they thought I was going to show up Monday. I was like, I'm not coming. And I guess they thought I was coming because they got there and I guess they scrambled that Monday. I was like, I told them not coming without a contract.
At least he gave context, right? The House of Pain star went on to explain how he landed the gig on Harvey's talk show after initially appearing as a guest to promote his reality show. 2 episodes were filmed a day for the 2 weeks Owen served as announcer. Excuse me. It was only 2 people on the show every week, as he said. It was me and Steve. I pretty much said, "Give it up for Steve Harvey." I announced the guest and I go back to my dressing room. Owen impressed Harvey enough to receive an offer to join his show as sidekick, which could lead to his own spin. But Owen got a bad film once he met with one show producer that shut down all of his creative ideas. He shoots down everything. He shoots everything down. He says, no, we'll handle that. We'll handle the sketches. On recall, you ain't gonna tell me that whatever you're coming up with is funnier than what I'm coming up with, he quipped. The comedian also shared that he was only being paid SAG, Screen Actors Guild minimum wage. It could not make a living from the income. He admitted he had to turn down comedy gigs during the week because of the demands of the low-paying gig with Harvey. Just after 2 weeks, Owen decided to quit. He later clarified his confession wasn't to bash Harvey because he knows this is now Steve Harvey. This is the power that be behind the scenes. Hey, good story. Welcome and glad to have you here. So, with Gary Owen, he's interesting. He is in Black culture because he had a Black wife, and he does have he has a mixed daughter. And I'm glad that he clarified it, but also too, like, Gary should know that in this business, when you say a name like Steve Harvey, they're going to automatically attack. They're going to push Steve out. They're not going to push out the statement of the powers that be did all this. And most talk shows do tape 3 days a week. So like Dr. Phil, I think he taped Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 shows a day. For Steve Harvey, he taped Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays. Or Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. And that is to stagnate the show, because think about it like this. So let's just say that in talk shows, they work around the clock, right? So let's just say, Friday, they're working for Monday's 2 shows. Then Tuesday, they're working on Thursday shows. Wednesday work for Friday shows. So you get the pattern. To Gary Owen, and this is tricky, right? Because your experience is your experience. I think although Gary was valid in his experience, I think there could have been a way for him to call Steve and just say, "Hey, Steve, I know what's the powers that be," and he probably tried that. But still, you gotta be responsible for what you say, because in this world of social media that we're in, one word can make you and one word can break you. So that's what I gotta say on that. Speaking of hosting, you ready for this? Jaleel White. Can I do that? Jaleel White is set to host the syndicated game show, The Flip Side. CBS stations has picked up the syndicated game show, The Flip Side, hosted by Jaleel White, aka former Family Matters favorite Steve Urkel. The show will debut on CBS stations across the country beginning this fall. The Flip Side pits 2 teams of players against one another to test them on how they think 2 different groups of people feel about the same issue. Teams choose from multiple choice answers, and whoever has the best intuition will find themselves richer. Now, this sounds like a lot like Let's Ask America. Those of you who may not remember Let's Ask America, I'll pull up let me see if I can pull up a clip. Let's Ask America game show. So I'm going to show y'all this clip here. So basically, it was like Family Feud. Oh, I'm sorry. See, this is how live we are, y'all. This is how live we are. Y'all couldn't even see it. Ain't that sad? That's so sad. Ain't that sad? All right, let me reverse it here.
David, right now you can risk any portion of your $10,000 on this final question, but if you put it all on the line and you get it correct, I will give you 5 times that amount for $50,000.
So here it is here.
$50,000. We wish you the best. Here we go. The 4 possible answers are video game marathons, belching, 5-second rule, or drink milk from the carton. The final question, which bachelor habit did engaged women say they most want their fiance to give up?
So basically, it was a game of trivia of what does America think. So that's kind of what the flip side is seeming like to me, but we won't know until we see it this fall. So just context is everything. Context. Now, if y'all don't see this part, okay, it got cut out because Lord help. Just anyway, but we give context on this channel, so. And at this point, like if you put a clip out on YouTube, it should be for public use. Sorry, not sorry. So let me get back to the article. I've had fun being a celebrity contestant on numerous game shows, but I've always wanted to be the host, give people money, make their day. White said in a statement announcing the series. When I first heard the concept, I immediately wanted to be the ringleader of this entertaining, funny show with the only requirement, where the only requirement is being in tune with human nature. The flip side is distributed by CBS Media Ventures, which also distributes or produces the Drew Barrymore Show, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Entertainment Tonight, Inside Edition, Hot Bench, Pictionary, as well as the Judge Judy and Dr. Phil libraries. Game shows have been bright spots in syndication and network primetime for the last few years. Wendy McCohen, CEO of CBS News and Stations and CBS Media Ventures, their loyal viewers tune in more times per week than any other genre. We're excited to bring a fun concept combined with the exceptional comedic skills of host Jaleel White to the marketplace with Flipside. It's a perfect addition to any station's lineup with the flexibility to play in multiple time periods or a game show block. It's unclear which day part CBS stations will air the Flip Side, as sources say will depend on when local affiliates opted to air it, though insiders would suggest it will air during the daytime period. White is repped by Silver Lining Entertainment, AP Brand Group, and Game Tyree. So I'm excited for Jaleel White. I think that, the nostalgia of, hey, Steve Urkel is hosting my game and I can win like $20,000. I think that can be really good for him. And acting and hosting aren't really too much different. The only thing is, instead of you memorizing the script is in the teleprompter. So shout out to Jaleel White for that. So Flip Side with Jaleel White be coming out this fall to stations around the country. How cool is that? All right. Next story up for y'all here. Big Ludacris. Dramedy in the works at BET Plus. This is exclusive from the Hollywood Report. Larry Whitmore and Malcolm D. Lee are teaming up with the rapper / actor for the scripted project. That is, I said Larry Whitmore. Okay. The streaming service is developing a half-hour dramedy inspired by the life of the rapper actor, the Hollywood Reporter has learned. The streamer says the Untitled DJ project is inspired by Ludacris' experience coming up in the competitive music scene in Atlanta as DJ Chris Lover. The series follows the misadventures of a sharply drawn ensemble who are willing to do anything and everything to bolster ratings at their hip-hop radio station. Now, for those of you who may not know, Big Luda was a radio personality on V103, the People Station in Atlanta, Georgia. Noah Garschwartz from Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, that was on Amazon Prime Video, will write the script and executive produce the potential series, which is currently in the development stage. Ludacris is on board as executive producer and will serve as music supervisor. The series hailed from Universal Television and Disturbing the Peace, the label that Ludacris launched in the 1990s, along with his manager Chaka Zulu, who will also executive produce. Larry Whitmore, Malcolm D. Lee, and his Black Mall Productions, Dominique Tennison, Disturbing the Peace, Jeff Dixon, John Brownman, and Polygram Entertainment's David Blackman also involved as executive producers. The project marks a reunion for Ludacris with Universal as he stars as Tej in the film division's Fast and Furious franchise. Lee also executive produced Universal Peacock's series The Best Man, The Final Chapters, and directed Girls Stripping Night School. Additionally, he has a first look deal with Universal Television. So Malcolm Lee has a deal with NBC Universal. Whitmer, for his part, also executive produces the Hulu Onyx Collective drama Reasonable Doubt and Counts Blackish and Insecure. Among his many noble credits, Ludacris is represented by a Creative Arts Agency and Fox Rothschild. Lee and Blackmall are with A3, and Del Shaw Wilmore is with United Talents Agency. 3 Arts and Hanson Jacobson. Garshworth is with Creative Arts Agency. Also Friday with Good Man General. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a dramedy, which means that it's going to be a dramedy and comedy. So, and trust me, no, it's all good. I appreciate you being here. A dramedy can be a lot. Just like I think it was Survivor's Remorse that was on Stars, executive produced by the King James, LeBron James. So I can definitely see it, and yeah, for sure. So, now as I was getting ready to come on tour with all of you wonderful people, the legendary tourists, virtual travelers, the virtual family. Actually, before I do that, let me go over to the Silver real quick and say hey to the good people. Hang on. We always got to show up for the people we love, right? There we go. 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 What? Wait, what's going on? What's going on here? What's going on here? Oh, it won't let me shift it. Anyway. There we go. Oh, hey. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry there. So yeah, I'm there with the Silva in the chat there just to support her. And also Swamp Talk Louisiana Chick is on as well. All right. So next story. As I was getting ready to come on tour with you lovely people, the virtual travelers, the virtual tour family, the legendary tourists that you all are, and everybody is saying hi to me. See, this is what happens when you say, hey, never. Hey, Angie. Hey, Tennessee girl. There we go. As I was getting ready to come on tour with all of you, there was some news that broke. Very sad news. Now, realize this morning I talked about Martin Luther King Jr.'s house being protected after the potential arson attempt of MLK's birth home, right? So literally covered that this morning at 11 a.m. What I did not expect was this news. I don't think anybody expected this news. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s youngest son, Dexter, has passed away at 62 years old. Looks like his dad, man. So Dexter Scott King, the youngest son, and this comes to us from CNN, the youngest son of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has passed away, according to statements from his family and the King Center. The King Center confirmed in a statement that the 62-year-old civil rights activist passed away Monday after a battle with prostate cancer. Third child of Dr. and Mrs. Coretta Scott King, was married to Lee Weber King since 2013. Lee Weber King is a former journalist. Lee Weber King sent a statement from the King Center. He's transitioned peacefully in his sleep at home with me in Malibu. She added he gave it everything and battled this terrible disease until the end. As with all the challenges he faced, as with all the challenges in in his life, he faces her with bravery and might. Dexter's older brother, Martin Luther King Jr. III, said in a statement, "I'm deeply saddened to share that my brother Dexter Scott King has passed away. Sudden shock is devastating. Please keep the entire King family in your prayers, particularly Dexter's wife, Leah Weber." Reverend Sharpton said he was heartbroken to hear that Dexter Scott King left us this morning, but I was comforted by the knowledge that he is reunited with his parents and his sister. Dexter's mother, the legendary Coretta Scott King, passed away in 2006, and his sister, Yolanda Denise King, passed away in 2007. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens also expressed condolences to Dexter's family. His profound and unwavering love for his family positioned him as a guardian of his father and his mother's legacy, the mayor said. Dexter in a news release. Dexter had various titles: Morehouse man, humanitarian, civil rights activist, and even actor. However, above all, he was a devoted family man. There is Coretta Scott King and Dexter King lying the torches there for the Olympics in 1996 in Atlanta, Georgia. A graduate of Morehouse College, Dexter worked as a chairman of the King Center of Nonviolent Social Change, a nonprofit started by Coretta Scott King in the wake of her husband's assassination, and the president of the King estate, according to King Center representatives. Dexter had no children. Dexter was 7 years old when his father was assassinated. He told Zane that he had been watching TV and his older brother, when news flash interrupted, announcing that his father had been shot in Memphis. It was a very chaotic and traumatic period, he said. Dexter previously told CNN bearing his revolutionary father's name could be both a blessing and a curse. After his father's killing, some people would tell young Dexter they expected him to follow his father's path. He said in 2003, people would say, "I just want you to be like your father, or you should be a minister." Look at that beautiful family right there. So that is Yolanda Denise King. That's the son. That's Coretta. That's Martin. And I think I can't remember the other sister's name, but the one that is still here. Let me hang on. Bernice King. Bernice King. Let me put some respect. I think that's Bernice King there. Dexter's career intertwined with his father's legacy, co-writing a book, Growing Up King, an intimate memoir, even acting as his father in a 2002 film, The Rose Park Story. In addition to continuing his father's civil rights work, Dexter was a vocal vegan and advocate for human rights throughout his life. In a 1995 interview with the Vegetarian Times, he said his diet was an extension of his nonviolent beliefs. There's a connection between how you live life and how you treat others. He told the magazine, it starts with the individual. So, to Dexter Scott King, thank you for your service. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for the love that you gave. It is sad that we won't be able to experience more of you. Sorry, y'all. I'm just... in bed. There we go. I try to support everybody, y'all. It's sad we won't get to experience more of you. But you know, they always say don't cry because it's over, but cry because it happened. The fact that his 3 kids still lived, even though he was taken out. That went to show just because you take out the source doesn't mean that the kids don't remember the source. And for that, we love you. We appreciate you. We value you, Dexter Scott King. We're just beginning the year, y'all. Second season of Virtual Tour Live. Y'all, I gotta tell you, I don't know how I do this show sometimes. I really don't, because to be able to have the range that we do, it requires a investment, it requires a sensibility, it requires a soul. We went from 1 hour of talking about a podcast taping with a person's name that had king in it to a son that was a son of an actual king in the same show. You don't have to believe me. I'm not trying to convince you. And nor do you have to care about what I have to say. But tell me another show where is the most diverse, most unscripted, not to mention the most diversified live show on YouTube. Tell me where they do this range at. Tell me where they do this perspective at. Tell me where it's all from the dome on YouTube. Tell me. So with that being said, I'm going to drop the link in case y'all want to come up, because we make sure that here you guys have a voice, that you are heard, and that you are seen. So with that being said, let me do the pinned link here. The link is pinned if you guys want to come up. I'm going to turn off my camera because I've done the whole show for an hour. Rest in peace, brother. You are in heaven with your mom, your dad, and your sister. And I can only imagine the tears of joy that overflooded them. And when I say tears of joy, I mean the tears of joy that they are reunited. Learned a long time ago, it's better to have somebody pain-free in heaven than to be in pain down here. You never get over it. You will never get past it. You will never be at peace with it. You just learn how to have peace in the pieces of your brokenness, so you can be stable, so you can honor the people that love you, and that you love them right back. Whoa, how about that? For an emotional, well, it's not the end of our tour, but those are the topics for this evening. How about that? Oh, it's only the 22nd day of the new year, y'all. Lord help. Lord help. So we are live on tour. The link is dropped if you guys want to come on up there, give your take on any of the topics. If you guys got something to say about the Carlos King, Melody Shari Rogers, their podcast taping, I would love to hear from you. Got something to say about Monique and Sydney, talking about Steve Harvey and that he, regulates how many black people on his set, and he calls them, I'm not going to let these ends mess it up for me. Come on up. You want to talk about Gary Owen, and is he right or wrong for complaining about how much he got paid, even though he took the job? Come up here and talk about it. If you want to talk about Jaleel White potentially having a whole new career, or a whole new way to have a career, come on up. If you want to talk about the dramedy that's coming to BET Plus with Big Ludacris, come on up. Or if you want to talk about Dexter Scott King and what the King family means to you, come on up. Those are our topics this evening, everybody. And if you want to get caught up on any of those topics, just click the link, read the story, and then come on up. We're live on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And glad, and I really do mean this, glad to have all of you here. Woo, Lord. Hang on. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to find another pair of headphones so I can do what I need to do here. I'm still here with y'all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're live on tour. Hey, y'all, I'm still here. I'm trying to find a pair of headphones here. I can do what I need to do. Lord help me. It's always something, ain't it? No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It is all good. We are still live on tour. Glad to have y'all here. See, I started posting in the comment section. Well, not in the comment section, but in the description box. So that way you guys can. And like I said, it's all good. It really is. And when I say that, I really do mean that, y'all. It's really all good. Because I'm just really am glad to have y'all here. I mean that. Really do mean that. 4 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all y'all here on tour with me. On tour with me. That is Dexter Scott King. He has passed away at the age of 62. He passed away after a battle with prostate cancer. So he is no longer upon this earth. With us here, unfortunately. But he is not in pain anymore. Amen. He is not in pain anymore. He is not in pain anymore. And trust me, it never gets easy to lose somebody. I'll give y'all a story. When my aunt passed away, I was in Arkansas at the time, right? When my aunt passed away, I almost stayed in the car, and it was in the country, so good Lord. So I was trying to make sure I didn't step in mud, but something, and really it wasn't something, it was God. So you need to get out the car. You need to get out the car. This is gonna be the last time you see her. And I didn't want to get out the car because when I love hard, I love hard. And I think that, mental is so important. When you love somebody, you want to remember them in the best state that you can remember them in. And I just didn't want to see the casket on the ground. But also, too, you don't get a second chance to see a person you love. So I pray for his wife. I pray for the King family. I pray for anyone and everyone that brother has touched with his life. I mean that. I really do mean that. So what a live we got for y'all tonight. Jesus Christ. Or as they would say, oh, great heavens. Yes. And the content creators did a great job. Like, the fact that it was 17 degrees and it was a snowstorm, like, y'all did y'all thing, okay? Prayers up to you. And that's the thing too, we gotta recognize, just because you don't get out the car doesn't mean that you don't love that person. Everybody handles grief and loss differently. You know what I mean? So but yes, indeed. If you guys want to come up, feel free. I know you look a mess, but it's all good. I just offer that because I want y'all to know that this is a place for you to fall. And the subscriber bump that Ori Sample mentioned, I think that's because people are finally beginning to see who I am. And the sad part of it is, the people that do the most, that they want to talk the most about you, that they want to discard you the most, the dumb side of their ignorance doesn't recognize, understand, and can embrace this fact that whatever you talk about, the person you're talking about controls the receipts of how they broadcast and distributes themselves and how they engage with people. So if you're putting out false receipts and the person that you're talking about is putting out something that goes against it, then who looks like the dummy? Hashtag you big dummy. So I appreciate y'all seeing me, investing in me, and believing in me. Sorry, I'm just messaging somebody. Sorry, y'all. I'm just responding to some things here. That part. So yeah, y'all, we are live on tour. Glad to have y'all here. 3 people in the building, 4 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. Little Paulette just made some comments on the video there. And y'all, we don't know what guests are going to be on Carlos's tour. We don't know where the stops are going to be. So listen, what do I think about Carlos doing this tour? I think he started off with a bang, and he completed his assignment because we are talking about it. But I hope the tour isn't just people that you have connections with to make it about you. Because if you're going on tour to interview other people in front of a live audience, it should be about that person. The one thing I can't stand about a host is, hey, welcome to the show. You know, this person has been domestically abused. One of their situations. Your job is to guide your guests to allow them to tell their story, not for you to tell the story. You're the host to help you. You're the host, not the guest. Just saying. Real talk, like, and honestly, if you make it about yourself every tour, then there ain't no point in coming. There ain't no point in coming to the top. Because honestly, what you could have done was like what Kempire is doing with Kempire After Dark. He's going to be in Washington, D.C. and New York City. But guess what? It's going to be him and other guests, but he's not interviewing anybody. If you want to make the tour about you, then it should have been Reality with the King live. Ooh, child. So yes, indeed. 5 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour. I'm going to pull up Melody's Instagram here. That part. So let me pull it up here. Y'all, this outfit right here. Listen, let me show y'all the outfit. Look at that right there. Oh, Jesus. Jesus be a fence all around me every day. I ask for your protection as I travel along the way. Jesus Christ, help me. So yes, indeed. Glad to have all of you. Glad to have all you in the building. Oh my lord. So how y'all doing on tonight? Listen. Listen, y'all. I mean, it is what's understood doesn't need to be explained. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the top of the show. So I did something that I normally have never done on any virtual tour live. Now y'all know normally we talk about 6 to 8 topics live. But because of the podcast taping, I felt that it was only right to cover the full first hour of Melody and Carlos. So oh my Lord Jesus. Oh wow. No, y'all, I'm looking at wait, missed what? Missed what? Missed what? Missed what? Here is Jasmine Brand. Let's talk about it. So this story right here, y'all. Comedian Kevin Hart has asked a court to grant him a temporary restraining order against blogger Tasha K that will force her to take down the interview she did with assistant Misha Stokes. According to Radar Online, the comedian filed a declaration as a part of his lawsuit against Tasha K and Misha, stating that his reputation and career was put on the line, and the interview was full of defamatory statements. Hang on, y'all. Was put on the line. The interview was full of defamatory statements. The Philadelphia native claims before the interview was posted, an employee from Tasha's team allegedly reached out to Hart's team, offered not to post the video in exchange for $250,000. That's $250,000. Kevin team denied and called law enforcement. Tasha posted the video that day, even after being sent a cease and desist letter. Listen, Kevin, you did cheat on your wife before, bro. And so I probably do believe you're a system, bro. Like, and that comment right there, she probably don't give a damn. She's already 4 million in the hole. So if TMZ did, then what, Kevin? That part is very selective, very selective. So I'm about to pull up the Silva, because I'm about to be live with the Silva. So y'all give me a moment. By the way, y'all, Swan Talk with Louisiana chick here, 64 subscribers. She is rising there. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to her. All right. Let me get in on this panel.
give the silver her flowers and
you.
hit the thumbs up,
Thank you.
ladies,
I just
everybody, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? I think this is really a testament. Like people say, oh, the millimeters are not on the show, but the millimeters presence is on the show. The millimeters presence is felt on the show. The millimeters are talked about on the show and in social media, like on the reunion, they had to discuss the millimeters because we are a force. Her supporters make motion. And that's the reason why Carlos knows that he needs Melody. He didn't discuss, and I was really disappointed that he didn't discuss I know y'all said don't mention the cast names, but I don't know what to call him.
No,
so.
Go ahead. You can call his name.
Yeah,
Hold on for a second. Catherine, you on screen. Do you want to be on screen? Are you okay? Or do you want to turn on your avatar before I pull you on? Hold on. Look like she's changing. Catherine, you good? I can't hear you. You on mute. Hold on. I'm going to pull you through, okay? Hold on. You good, Catherine?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Bad Apple. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, he didn't speak on Martell's future on the show, but I was glad that Melody voiced that he has to go. That she said that out of her mouth, Martell got to go. And I'm expecting that to happen. I'm really expecting for his role or his story or whatever to be tied up. And one thing I want to say in particular that made me so happy is that the crowd called out Kimmy. Have you noticed that? Did you hear that? I was so that made my day when I heard that. I mean, made my night last night when I heard that, because that was definitely necessary. But I'm finished.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Bad Apple. Let me see. Who can I see? I'll call y'all the way I see y'all. Melanated Energy.
Hi to Silver. Hi, Aunt Baby. Hi, Bad Apple.
Hey.
Excuse me. So I just wanted to just touch on the topic of Carlos King and his beliefs and his ideologies seems to fall in line with the OWN network, and how they promote Black women's pain. And I wanted to also look at how he, backs Tisha, the broken Black woman, that gets ran over is the ones that he support, and the strong Black woman is the one that they try to break down. And it's weird to me that he believes in these beliefs. Like, if that was his mother that was up there, I was thinking when he asked her how does she feel going through the pain and the what they did to her, I'm like, how would you feel if that was your mother? Like that really sends me, and it was another thing that I wanted to touch on with him and how he does things with them with Melody. Like, he seems like he takes the perpetrator and makes the perpetrator the victim, in his lines of questioning. He takes the victim and makes the victim the perpetrator. Like he did the same thing with Kiki. Like, Kiki might have all these vices against her, but she's still coherent, and she still could tussle with the best of them. But and she still supports Tisha, even though I think that she's just supporting Tisha and her degree. I don't think Tisha got any kind of degree or anything, with her still not reading and not spelling right, and it's ridiculous how she does that, and she's never held accountable. Yet Melody is held accountable. Kiki is held accountable for everything that goes wrong, and it's so bizarre to me. I think that Carlos King is trying to milk Melody for everything you know,
Yes.
all of her, you know, greatness and all the accolades that come with her. And I think that he put that as part of her contract. Just, you know, she has, because she's so like honorable where she's going to hold up her part of the contract, but he does not want to be held accountable for his, you know, promises and what he, you know, promised her to be in her corner, where actually he made her, you know, it's like he sacrificed her, and at the same time he's like, you know, draining all of her energy to make it his, but it's acting in reverse. It's like everything is going to her. She's getting all the support, all the accolades, all the honorables, and it's like it's making him shine him. Like, look what he did to what's that girl from Escape, when he took all of her stuff and she caught him, and he never admitted to it. He don't take no accountability. Candy Burris, he ain't take no accountability for what he did to her. And she's another strong, I say that, and I hate the terminology strong black woman. It's just like standing on your beliefs. If you know better, you do better, and that's where Melody is operating from. And he does not like that. He does not like, you know, the abilities that she can actually demonstrate and produce. But that's all I wanted to say.
I agree. Thank you so much for that. You're absolutely right. This is the thing. I think he goes and you know what he said? I see you a strong woman. And I just ask, how do you do that? Or how, you know, like, what the hell are you talking about? You used to being around a bunch of weak women. Like, what is going on here? So it's almost like, I'm going to let you be tormented and let these people jump all over you until you come to me on your knees begging for my help. That's what it seemed like to me. Because how the hell you sit back and act like you don't know none of this is going on? I mean, I
absolutely agree. I just want to add to that. Like, he kept saying, "You never called me. You never called me." Well, if her son is, if their son is being abused by the one that you're backing, and you see that she's being abused, and you actually grabbed it's like he took the baton on the reunion and started questioning her, which that was like a form of sexual harassment in itself. And like, come on now, how do you not know if you're actually acting in with it? Like, it's all a conspiracy to me. All right, I'm sure. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, he's out of line too many times, asking her about fellatio, and then don't forget how he paraded Hotel around. What was this? Just last was it the season before last? He paraded him around and trying to change his image. You were trying to help that man change his image, but the one thing you can't do with a demon is try to make it seem like that they changed, because they're going to always show who they are. So you was trying to help him at every turn, and you want us to believe that you give a damn about her. You don't. I don't care what nobody say. You don't. Hey, Lala. Lala, you there? Lala, can you hear us? Okay, let me go on to Dad because Lala is not unmuting. I can't unmute you, Lala. Oh, there you go. Hold on. She just came back in. Lala, you there?
I'm here. The minute you
go.
said my name, De Silva, I got kicked off. I'm like, people don't want me to speak. Hi, Queen. How you doing?
I'm good, Queen. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We missed you on the weekend.
Oh, I missed y'all too. Look, I was sick, y'all. I'm so sorry. I was not feeling well, and I could not come on. Yeah, I could not come on. I was not.
How are you feeling now? You better?
I feel 100%, but you know, they say something is going on after a few days.
Oh, it is.
Some people you feel better. So
be careful.
Yeah, almost like it didn't even happen. So hopefully, you know, it's all gone. But thank you for asking, Lala.
No worries. Where do I start? So I'm trying not to go on a rant. You know me, when I started and I had to stop. All I had to say is, Sylvia, your delivery was amazing tonight, your commentary, because everything you were saying, I was typing, and by the time I finished typing and put it in the chat, you said exactly what I was saying.
You know I talk a lot too, Lala.
No, but you speak facts. Silva, I'm telling you, we are connected. All I have to say is that man needs to shut up. He was talking in riddles, like he was talking in circles. I'm like, what does Housewives of Atlanta got to do with this? What is you busy with babies, your other shows, and what's that got to do with what she's telling you? She's telling you, I have been bullied, harassed on this show, and you did nothing. She said I felt like you didn't, you know, that pain, like when she started to cry, I really cried with her because it was really bad for us watching it, but imagine her living it.
Yeah.
That's what hurt me, that she had to go through that. And she said to him, did you not see me? And you saw her because we were all in his DMs. We were all in his chats going in on him saying, how could you allow this to continue?
Yes,
how
Lala,
can you allow
say
that?
it again. You know we was lighting up his chest and everything. How do you don't know? You're a liar.
That's what I'm saying.
Ahead, I'm sorry.
And it's okay, De Silva, and he wants us to believe him while he sat there talking absolute bollocks. Excuse my language. Absolute bollocks. And I'm like, you went around in circles for what? Just to say, I'm sorry you felt like, shut up. It's not how you felt. I'm sorry you felt like that. That's not a genuine apology. A genuine apology is saying, I'm really sorry that you went through that. And I'm sorry that I did not see it and put a stop to it. And, you know, Melody gave him grace, but she also threw shade at him in terms of her working environment by saying, but I thank you for providing me with security. What work environment do you need that you need to go in and work with security? Because the ex-husband is yours is a psycho. And lashes out at women. And even in the reunion, what's her name? That little old, what's her name? Nell. So when Martel bucked up to Nell and was in her face screaming and shouting, that was okay to show, right? Yet you're saying you didn't see what she was going through. That didn't make sense. He was just chatting shit, De Silva. And I'm so fed up with him. I'm tired of his lies. I really am. I felt so sorry for that woman. The fact that she has to keep it together. And that's what people don't understand. She has 4 kids. 4 beautiful children that she has to keep it together for. And at night, she cries herself to sleep. Because you know damn well she has to work hard because that Negro over there ain't working for no one.
Exactly.
He ain't providing those sports. Like his daughter plays tennis. He ain't paying for that. His other child does other sports. He ain't paying for that baseball. Who do you think is paying all that? Melody. She has no choice but to be a strong woman. And I hate that he threw her back threw that in her face because he was trying to say, I never reached out because you're such a strong, but I'm sorry, stop putting that on us. We're not martyrs out here. Stop putting that on her. Why does she have to be the strong black woman? That label really pisses me off.
It does.
And I just think he's making excuses for keeping that demon, that narcissist, that abusive guy on the show where numerous times, season after season, we have seen him raise his voice, buck up to women. And nobody has put a stop for it. Yet, now that Martel, you know, has thrown a strop and had a fight with his boyfriend, now he wants to come out, right? Now you want to be on her side. Because you felt that. You felt what this guy did. The last reunion, he nearly put hands on her makeup artist. Yeah, he's still on the show. Make that make sense.
It doesn't.
So I'm fed up with him. But one thing I just want to end it with, I'm so proud of all the millimeters that came out and showed out for Melody. I really am. I'm so glad that she saw how much her fans love her and support her and let her know it was her night to shine. And also to let her know that she's not alone. Yes, she's alone on that show. Maybe she doesn't feel the support that she needs. But she has so many supporters, so many fans that love her and support her. And I'm one of them. I'm a millimeter. I don't care what anybody says. You can say what you want all day, every day. I will support that woman. I support any black woman, any woman in period that has been abused the way she has. And we had to witness that and we had to step in.
Exactly.
We had to get those numbers dropping down so somebody actually did something. So I just want to say to everybody that went there and supported her, kudos to you. Well done. You guys showed her love. You showed her she's not alone. And we're always going to support her wherever she goes. She leaves that show, we go. And let's see where he goes with his number one show. It's toxic. It's a toxic environment that she doesn't need to be in. But how is she going to support her family?
Yeah.
And why should she leave something that she built? She said on the show, on that stage with the Silver, she goes, I chased you for 3 years.
Mhm.
She worked her ass off to build that show. What did he do? He took credit for her pain and misery and
Mhm.
cashed out on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I worked my ass off, butt off to put. No, you didn't. People joined in and watched because of her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Yeah.
all I want to say. Hello to everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm so rude. Hi to everybody on the
Hey,
channel.
Lala.
Hi.
Hey, Lala. Good to hear you, beautiful.
Hi, Braylon.
Hey, Lala.
Hi.
Yeah, and let
Hello,
me
Aunt Debbie.
and let me make this clear. So, Messy King, you listening? I ain't no damn mellow drop. I'm a millimeter. Get that shit straight. I ain't none of that. I don't want no drop of nothing. Okay.
Facts. Let him know the Silver. I don't even know what Mellow Drop is.
Okay.
Isn't that a makeup brand? Like, what is that?
I don't know what it is, but it better go back to the trash where it came from. The devil's a liar. Okay. He's a liar. I'm not that. But anyway, thank you. Thank you, Lala. Hey, Debbie.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing?
Hey.
I'm glad you're feeling better, DeSilva. I've been sick too, so I know it's like one thing after another. You get over something else comes.
Yeah. Well, you feel better, huh? I hope you feeling better too.
I had to go to the doctor. Yes, I'm feeling a little better. Yeah, I'm getting better.
That's good.
I've been listening to them now. I agree with everything you said about what you preached about is the way I feel. And I felt like I was alone because I didn't get any answers. Every time he was going to get an answer, he either laughed or jumped to something else.
Yeah.
And see, I'm direct. I don't like that. That make me feel like you gaslighting me or making a fool out of me or just talking over, just not giving a damn about what you're saying or who you talking to or, it's rude to me. I don't like it. If I ask you, give me an answer. Don't laugh and do what he was doing. I didn't like that. Yeah. And my thing is this with him. What he did, what he's doing is covering his tail in case they have to go to court. He could say, I didn't know none of this. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. I was on you over there in Bravo business, but you don't know what's going on in your own home. I didn't know. I didn't know that was going on. When he lying all the time because the same stuff Martell showed the Scotty, she showed him. But this is his way of getting out of it and jumping from one side to another. And he's trying to break the millimeters up by making what you call them drops or I don't know what he's trying.
Don't y'all fall for that mess.
I ain't falling for nothing because I'm going to tell you, he got to get up early in the morning to fool me. I don't care if I'm sick or well, you got to get up early in the morning. And it wasn't this morning. He is trying to break the millimeters up, put them with him. Then he's trying to bring Stormy. Who trusts Stormy? He's trying to get the millimeters to accept so they'll be starting to break it up from Melody having her own people, her fan base. He's trying to break her fan base down and put them with his, Stormy's, or whoever else's. So it'll look like Melody is on an island of her own. Yeah. All these people is working together. Just like he did that with her. He knew that Martell was going over there to that lady and get an interview. Guess why he never answered nothing for Melody? Then he gonna holler he didn't know, and when she was crying, he sit there. I just didn't know. I just didn't know. You're damn right, you knew.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you running a show and don't know what's going on it.
Lies.
What the hell they do that at?
Let me tell you something. Too many of his friends, like some of these content creators, you ain't gonna tell me they cover the show. The same ones that you sit and do interviews with or do shows with or whatever, co-host with. You mean to tell me ain't none of your friends? First of all, I don't even believe that crap. But let's just say, okay, you so busy and so great. But you mean to tell me your good friends ain't telling you what's going on with all this? Get the hell out of here.
That's a bunch of crap. That's just a lie to me. I don't believe nothing he said on there. And you know, I'm glad the millimeters went out to support Mel, but I thought it was gonna be a different concept where they would sit and the audience can give questions and all of that. That's what I thought it was gonna be. But I see it wasn't that. You know, it seemed like to me he got them people there on false pretenses, and he lied and gaslighted. And all of that, serving them drinks and chicken wings, and now you think you're the part and you don't forget what you're there for.
Yes.
Let's stand on the business. If you're gonna stand on the business, stand on the business. I don't give a damn about no chicken wings. Why you ain't been removed this man ago 5 seasons ago? He should have been gone. And now let's get down to the nitty gritty. I don't want no chicken wings. I don't want no drinks. I love you, Aunt Debbie. I want no answer. I don't want no laughing and grinning. I want to be real. That's what I come down here for, to get to the heart of the matter. I didn't see none of that. So, you know, to me, it seemed like to me it's gonna be same, you know, some more of the same. Now and then he gonna let Melody say he gotta go. You the boss, why he ain't gone? Right. Why the employee gotta tell you somebody else got to go when that's your job?
He still ain't gonna get rid of him.
I don't believe it either. I believe he trying to make a fool out of us again. I think that's what that's all about.
To come back, and he want people to come back and watch for next season, and it's gonna be the same dumb stuff and the same excuse. Hotel might tune it down for a second, and then he gonna go off the hinges again. Child, it's gonna be a repeat. That's just my opinion. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I think. But go ahead on that.
I believe the same thing, because I don't think nothing gonna change. I think he just said that, and then we're gonna get more of the same. And then what you got Stormy there for? What's Stormy standing around for?
Yeah.
Right.
What's that all about? Then who cares about Destiny and some man and a producer?
Nobody.
And he didn't know nothing about that either. That's where that come in at. What they got to do with anything? To me, it was just a bunch of crap. Carlos, Carlos is messy. He ain't right. He a big liar. I'm telling you. I don't trust nothing he said. I wish I could have went, but now I'm glad I didn't, because I'd have been upset about that, because it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. And I don't think we'll ever get no straight talk or the truth out of that Carlos King, because it ain't in him.
Nope.
Some people just don't have the truth in them.
He don't have it in him. Lightness and darkness cannot exist in the same place, and that's the bottom line.
Amen.
And I believe it. Amen. You're right.
That's right.
But you know what? God sees all. That's all I got to say.
It's gonna be his laws.
Yes, it definitely is, for sure. Let me let Braden jump in. Hey, Braden, thank you, Aunt Debbie.
Oh my Lord, it's so good to be in the Queendom. And I was wondering too, because usually I'd stop by for the hour, then I go live on tour immediately after. But I'm glad you're doing well. Hello to the great panel in the chat. I was saying to somebody in the chat, hey, it's good to hear everybody. No, I was just saying to somebody in the chat, when Lala speaks with her accent, it makes you sit up straight. Like, damn, was she really coming from me? like you in class or something. But and I say that with the most love, Lala. You know I love you. You know that, especially. No, and you know what? I'm just gonna say this: the fact that 29 years old, with everything I went through on YouTube, and there could have been a huge chance that nobody could have accepted me back. The fact that I did the right thing and you couldn't, and you got a platform to do more than me. No. So this is what I honestly cannot stand about Carlos. If this was your damn mama, and I'm taking it there. If this was your damn mama, your sister, your daughter, because you said that you want kids, right, Carlos? Kids come with responsibility. If this was your grandma, if this was your auntie, if this was your niece, if this was your cousin, would you have the same energy to tell any of those women, you know what, I just didn't know. I am so sorry that I got all these shows. I got this reality with the Kang tour. You know, listen, I'm about to go on Shark Tank and try to pitch, you know, Kingdom Reign Entertainment to be the official production company of For Us by Us Network. I had so much to do that I couldn't give a damn about you. But I had enough time for me to give a damn about me. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? And on top of that too, you know, when Melody said, "When are you going to step in?" I truly felt that if I was the own executive, I would have been in the room in Huntsville just to be there for what he's going to say. And y'all know that special guest thing. Oh my God, it's Brandon Lee, the CEO. Oh, hey, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Go get your ass up. So we've been speaking, I know. This is about Oprah Winfrey, the woman who put on 25 years of good entertainment. This is shit. Oprah would not allow this ish on her daytime talk show. She had a whole show about skinheads. And she said that she's moving forward. So if she moved forward from 5 days a week, why are we going to allow this shit to happen? So Carlos, you got one or two choices. Either you get this man off tonight or your ass is fired. You got to the end of this interview. I'll see your ass out back. That should have been it. That should have been it, because what's going to end up happening is, y'all remember that scene from Power where Tasha thought that she was big enough to mess with Ghost, and Ghost snatched her soul up. I don't think Carlos understood how big the audience was going to be. And I think it's going to come a point in time where this domestic violence arrest was just stage one. He's not ready for when he's actually going to have to handle responsibility. So that's my take on it. Glad to be here. Love all y'all.
Thank you, Braylon. Hey, Cheryl.
Hi, DeSilva. Hey, beautiful lady. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, Cheryl?
I'm good. I missed the shit out of you, girl.
Oh, I miss you too, girl.
Sorry.
I miss you too. Hold on for a minute, Cheryl. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing the super chats. Let me highlight this. Sorry, y'all. DJ, thank you. She said Stormy showed up as support, which is what all castmates should have done. Mel works with garbage. This is the thing. Stormy showed up for fake support. That's what she did.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna do a video in that. Might be upload. Let me tell you something. Stormy ain't fooling nobody.
Exactly.
That battery that was in her mama back, she loaded her back with that battery. I don't give a damn. I don't care nothing about you showing up. Stay away from me, devil. That's what should happen.
She wants some light.
Right. She wants the millimeters to stop getting in her business and looking up her businesses and looking to see if she doing what she's supposed to be doing and all that, because the millimeters is exposing that stuff. So again, now the millimeters ain't the cause of it, because how you do business is your business. But look, if the public find out that you got all these things that's going on and they bring it, I mean, it is what it is. There was another super chat. I'm so sorry, whoever put that super chat in. I cannot find it, because it's up there somewhere. I'm gonna look for it though.
Silva, it's in your back chat. The Silva. It's in your back chat. If you stare, if you go, if you go to the star.
Oh, okay. All right, Beverly's. You don't want to thank you, Beverly, for the super chat. Thank you, Lala, for telling me that, child. I ain't been on here so long.
You're welcome, darling.
No worries.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, Cheryl. Go ahead.
That's all right. How about Apple and Lala, my baby? How you doing?
Hey, baby.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, babe. How you doing?
Hey, Cheryl.
How you doing?
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, babe. How you doing? You know, Carlos thinks that we all boo-boo the fool, and nobody here is boo-boo the fool. This man tried to allegedly, in my opinion, attack Melody, try to fight Melody's makeup artist. I believe around the reunion time, and he tore up he tore up stuff backstage. So he knows exactly who Martell is. He just been busy coddling Martell and trying to hold little buddy's hand, you know, and that's the problem with Carlos. I don't believe a word that Carlos say. I don't believe a word that come out of his mouth. But if Martell if he's found guilty of this revenge P, like I said, allegedly, Martell may not be able to film with Melody anymore after that, if depending on what comes out of this thing with the revenge P. He may not be able to work with her no more.
Hey,
The
hey,
judge might
everybody.
allegedly, in my opinion,
So
might decide
I
you
hope
can no
that
longer work with
let
her
me turn
because
this
that's
down for a second.
actual harassment.
I just wanted to say I hope that made sense to y'all. I didn't want to do the deal or no deal thing, because that's exclusive for this channel. But I did want to say that I think the support that Melody got, I don't think Carlos really understood how big he was, or how Carlos didn't understand the magnitude of how big Melody is, rather. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, if I was the only executive, I would have been there that night and laid it down of either you fire him or we're firing you. Because there has to be accountability at some point in time. You can't keep doing what you've been doing and you're going to keep getting what you've been getting, because that's rewarding bad behavior. That's unnecessary, that's uncouth, and that's wasting time. So I hope that opinion made sense. Okay, I hope it made sense.
More. That's all this is about. Lawsuit that you ever seen in your life coming at you. So, he need to stop the BS, because he's selling it, but ain't nobody buying it. And none of the millimeters bought that mess. He know what's going on. He know who Martell is. He knows. And he know this dirty bird been trying to get on this show forever.
Exactly.
So, let's see what he do now that he claimed he didn't know. Now he know. Let's see if he gonna allow this man to be filming with Melody, or he's not even a man. This band to be filming with Melody. Let's see what he do now, because we're watching him and we already know he's a liar. So we'll see. I'm gonna see what happens with season 7.
Yeah,
If Martell is on there, I don't know if I'm gonna be watching. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't take him. I can't. So
yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know. I might just do it for Melody because I love her, So I don't know.
Yeah. That's the thing. Most of us, I believe that a lot of us, I shouldn't say most, I've heard from a lot of, content creators and some of the supporters, the people that's watching. And the reason why they still there watching is because of Melody.
Melody, yeah.
For her support, so that, Melody come on and say, I want y'all to watch the show, because the numbers was going down. She came on Instagram and said, I want you all, please go watch the show. And everybody, for the most part, a lot of millimeters is going to go and support because of her.
Right, because I'm watching.
But this is the thing. People get tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. Not that they're not going to have a little drama here and there. It is her words, her being tormented, and you all acting like you don't see what's happening, as if we are supposed to, it sends the wrong message. You're supposed to stay dealing with this nonsense. She's not even married to this man anymore.
Right.
So why does she have to constantly get in arguments with him about some stuff in the past, the same storyline that's being carried over and over and over again? And he's trying to make her, make the world believe that she's some thought running around here, trying to make her look bad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's too
It's
much.
also the toxicity with the toxic mothers too.
Right,
right. That too.
And we're not seeing no business. Do we ever see Maurice going to work?
No.
And let's see the front of the law firm. Do we ever see Kim? We don't have to go inside, but we don't see him going to work. You don't see what's that other little leak man? You don't see him doing nothing.
But not the leak man. Hold on, thank you, Mandy Payne. Mandy says, hey Queen, I love your channel and your panels, and I agree with y'all regarding Carlos. Thank you, Mandy.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you said the leak man, not the leak man.
We don't see him doing nothing but lying and scheming, so we don't see black excellence nowhere. But first, I want to say, I'm glad you're back. I missed you Saturday.
I miss you too, girl.
And all of y'all. And Carlos is all about the 3 M's: men, money, and mess. It might not be in that order, in my opinion, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And that's all he's about. Male's not included in that M. It's them other 3 M's. Male not included in that M. It's them 3 M's. That's what I see for him. and he's a producer. I don't know what I missed because I just got in when I came up. I got in late, but don't he have to approve all the scenes because they edit so much? I thought he's the last one to see what film. So he's a liar. I'm with Undead.
Full of it.
A liar. He knows everything that goes on. He edited out everything he don't want us to see and put in what he want us to see. We're not stupid. He's a producer. He has the last say so of what goes on that TV.
Right.
And I ditto with everything y'all said. Whatever I missed, I agree with whatever y'all said because I came in late, but I agree with y'all because I know what y'all said was on point.
Oh, the Silver?
Yeah.
And another thing I wanted to say too,
go ahead.
He might have tormented Melody, but guess what? He the one being tormented because he got to sit on the side and watch her elevate and watch her make all that money hand over fist and watch her be successful. So really, honestly, he's the one who's being tormented. I got to be honest.
He reaping what he's
right,
sowing.
Cheryl.
He
He is.
Yeah.
Yep, you're not lying there because did you watch the beginning where he introduced Melody and the crowd was going crazy for her, right? Because the majority of the people there were millimeters, not the drops both crap that he's trying to label us. Get out of here. Okay, so they were going crazy for her, welcoming her. And he goes, hold up now. You applaud for her more than you did me. I was like,
and he was for real too, Lala.
I'm telling you, the guy hates her. He hates.
I think everybody sees it. I think
we do. The critical thinkers, the millimeters see it. The rest of them don't.
Yes.
They're like, no, he loves her. No, Melody's his favorite. Don't you know? How many interviews have we watched? They kept saying Melody's his favorite. We watched the whole year of interviews of that whole cast saying that.
Please.
Yeah, but they're just
their cast.
They say that out of jealousy because they're jealous.
Of course, and he goes along with it to say like, yeah, and that's why I'm giving her the best edit. No, you're not. You're giving her the worst edit. Don't mess with us. Don't play with us.
But that's a good thing, and that's a good thing because we get to see how she's really being treated.
Thank you. I just want to say one thing to Silver before I log off.
No, go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. Y'all welcome to jump in.
The Stormy comment. Let me tell you something. I've been saying this, yeah. Don't fall for the okie doke. That woman's on Peace Not War tour because she know how her and her dusty ass loser mother came off on that reunion.
Yes.
So she's on this tour now. She's on a tour and she wants to film in Buddy because she ain't got no buddies left on there now that her and her friend called her out on pill popping allegedly. So now she's on a tour and I want peace not war and she thinks she's gonna get the millimeters on her side now. No, boo. Melody got here for it.
Not happening.
Yes, it's not happening because Melody gave her a dry hello and kept it moving with her, commentary. So we ain't falling for it. I don't care what people want to post. Like, she's different, she's nice, we don't care.
And they said she was there.
I saw Dustin's interview. Dustin and Carlos's little podcast or whatever they did, their video, where he talked about how it was a wrong move, a bad move for her to lean into having a problem with Melody because she obviously thought that's what the fans wanted. And it backfired. It did not work. So now she is trying to pivot. She's trying to change directions and get back into Melody's good graces. I saw how she was commenting on the reunion. She says, I like you, but my mama doesn't like you and yada, yada, yada. I was like, okay, and what does that have to do with y'all coming for her?
Bye, Felicia.
For no reason. Like literally no reason. Yeah. Like, y'all literally manufactured a reason to be mad at this lady for random people's comments. Like, she can't control random people's comments, but you not trying to control your mama's comments on social media.
Right.
And allegedly, I heard Stormy knows coleslaw better than she claimed.
Yeah, of course.
Because this Coca-Cola, she had a lot of tea on.
Hey, everybody. I am still here. It's just two of us here, one of us now, but I just want to at least come on and showcase some love to De Silva because I did miss her for sure this past weekend with part 3. But I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. We went from Prince of Carlos King, and then we ended with an actual king, Dexter Scott King. Let me get the Daily Motivator for you guys up, and then we'll be out of here. A thing of beauty is joy forever. It is time for the Daily Motivator for Monday, January 22nd, 2024. Here and now, you can forgive, laugh, appreciate, and enjoy life's goodness. Hang on, y'all. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Here and now, you can forgive, laugh, appreciate, enjoy. Life's goodness is not really so distant or difficult. From pain to healing, it's not that far. From conflict to cooperation, you can jump in an instant. Stop caring so much about proving you are right. What makes life worth living is who you can be, the love you can give. Here and now is one little slice of time for you with simple goodness. Offer a small kindness, a bit of understanding, and a little effort that adds to life's beauty. Encourage, and you'll find encouragement. Act in the direction of your highest hopes and then bring them steadily into reality. There's always space for improvement, and your beneficial actions can fill that space. Here and now, add to the value and meaning of life. Ralph Morrison. I think of Big Luther's song. I look in your eyes, and there I see just what you mean to me. Here in my heart, and I believe. Y'all know the song. And, my mom has always said Big Luther, not Little Luther. And I think a lot of times in life, we think in order to give something of a great deal, it has to be on that level, right? And that's not necessarily true. I think a lot of people would rather want your intentionality and your emotionality rather than the theatrics, right? That's just me. I've come to realize that I am more about connecting, more about investing, and more about evolving. But not everybody's going to be that way. So the first piece of advice, being here and now, is recognizing that what you have here and now is valuable. Second thing when it comes to here and now is recognize that truly at the beginning, middle, end of the day, everybody, I do mean everybody, has something of value to give. I think of the woman in the storehouse, and I said the story before, but basically how this woman didn't want to get rid of anything. I mean, she didn't want to get rid of nothing that she had. But God said, well, if I'm asking you to get rid of things, I'm the creator of those things. Imagine what else I can do. So sometimes being here and now means we have to do things now that may be difficult to do. And finally, with here and now, just like, how can I put this? There's a lot of ways to put this. How you go to Bath and Body Works, right? And you smell all these different scents and everything else. I think sometimes in life, we don't take the time to try out anything new in the here and now, because one of my favorite scents is champagne toast. I love me some good champagne toast, okay? But then I have this lotion called bourbon, and it smells really, really good. It smells really, really good. White pepper, dark amber, and Kentucky oak. Sometimes getting too bogged down in what is comfortable to you blocks you out of what can be new for you. Ooh, that was good. Being too comfortable in what works for you can block out what can be new for you. Being too comfortable in what works for you can block out what new can come to you. So with that being said, I think it's time for the best outro on YouTube, if I do say so myself. This was a great show. You guys got a full hour of me talking about Carlos King and Melody Shari Rogers. Well, I keep saying Melody Shari Lee Rogers. I mean Melody Shari Rogers. Good Lord Jesus. Anyway, with that being said, here we go. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born blessed. And trust you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. You want to be chosen and do wise one than call yourself. Nothing be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully I spend time together. We're to be great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're not allowing anyone to let your moral barometer be broken, because theirs are broken. Make sure the replay is not just where if you watch it, not just where you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. I'll see you real soon. Always remember, in order to receive love, you got to give it. In order to receive love, you got to give it. In order to receive love, you got to give it. Whatever obstacles you have overcome, whatever successes you have achieved on this particular day, I am extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud of you, be proud of your damn self. Understand me? And finally, I think for what is to come for all of us is there is a morning and there is an evening. That's consistent. The only thing that changes is what we add to the day. If you're going to add something to the higher that's waiting for you. Don't let anything subtract you from the lower that's available. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. I'll see you real soon. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I'm going to show, I think so. I'm talking Louisiana chickens on, I think. Let me see. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. You know what? It's a, I'll drop the link. To it because I'll be there supporting her tonight. So that there. Don't give me a moment. I know I was about to leave. I know. All right, y'all. She should be coming up here in just a little bit. So there is that. Enjoy the fireworks for the day that was, for the day that's to come, and for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, and for all of us as a people. One love, much love, all love. I'll see you guys soon. Good night. Feel the love. I'll send it right back to you. See you, everybody.